Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes guys, how are we? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So you would have seen this morning's check-in there. It is Friday the 31st of May. We have a rest day on the cards today. My check-in days have actually been moved around slightly with Kuba because heading into competition prep season now, he is going to be taking care of a lot of his competitive clients on Saturday and Sunday, which is fair enough. So I think he's freeing up his days completely for them. So no like off-season check-ins on the weekend. I normally would have checked in with him on a Sunday. Now I'm checking in with him on a Friday. So it has actually been 5 full days since our last check-in. And since then, and since the start of this week, body weight has come down by 1.2 kilos and it's down around 0.9 on average. So we're sitting at 100.85 this morning. So first day we have seen the 100 kilos. And I do probably think now at this stage, by the time we get to the end of this phase, I'm probably going to dip below 99. I'm probably going to be like 98 kilos, give or take, I reckon, which is pretty fucking lean for me. Like even last year when I was on prep, that would have been pretty lean for me. So I'm excited to see what that looks like now. Looking at this morning's pictures, I think I still have a little bit of pop, but I can still see like in the ab chest area, I'm a little bit flat now at this stage. And this is the first week that I have truly felt like I am actually dieting, okay? So we had legs yesterday and then we pulled 2 days before that. During pull, I kind of knew it kind of hit me, you know, numbers were getting a little bit harder to hold. The reps were just kind of like, you know, when you're just pushing in a set, you feel like you have another rep left in you. And then all of a sudden you get halfway through and it's just gone. Reps are just gone. So that is how legs was yesterday. I did actually hold numbers in most places, but dropped the rep on both sets of leg press. I think I dropped 2 reps on the pendulum squat as a result, and I think all the isolations kind of pretty much stayed steady enough, bar like a rep down on the adductor as well. So, you know, it was a good session. Like I left with like really good pump, really good stimulus, but it was just like that endurance towards the end of my sessions that just wasn't really there. That like, you know, last couple of rep kind of endurance where you can just like really grind through those reps. I was finding, boom, it was just going on me and my muscles were just feeling a lot easier. But it's all good because, you know, we only have another 2 weeks and 2 days left, so should be pretty easy for me to manage. And I'm actually kind of glad that I feel like I'm dieting now, and I'm glad that I'm feeling like I'm a little bit hungrier. I wouldn't say I'm hungry yet, if I'm perfectly honest, but I feel like my gauge for like what hunger is, after going through many diets and doing competition preps, etc., like this is probably what like a normal person will consider hungry. But for me, I'm like, it's grand, you know. When you spend so much time in the off season stuffing your face and being full all the time, I think your perception of what being actually hungry is definitely changes quite a lot. And especially when you have prepped and you've gone to those extremes and you're actually fucking hungry, I think your perception of, you know, just having a little bit of an appetite is very different and is very skewed. That's certainly what I find anyway in my own experience, right? But look, it is picking up. The digestion is still a little bit iffy, I'm not going to lie. So I definitely will be looking at probably tweaking the meal plan setup as we move into the off season. Just a meal that's going to be a little bit easier to get in. Like instead of coming home from my training session and having 3 meat and rice meals like later in the evening, because I generally tend to eat a little bit later on training days, I'd rather just have like eggs and sourdough, a meal that's going to be, you know, just a little bit easier to get in, maybe a little bit more palatable to eat, because, you know, when you're eating 3 meat and rice meals back to back, you're kind of just like a little bit like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So having something different as the last meal before I go to bed, just to make it a little bit easier to get in, I think would be important. So that is the update, guys. Today we have actually been ordered to pull back on the steps a little bit. So I got up, did all my shit, did my morning walk, standard routine, and then when Cooper got back to me with my check-in, he was like, look, just to kind of alleviate a little bit of fatigue, because I think he knows my last 2 training sessions weren't the best, but that, like, the diet, you know, starting to kick in a little bit. He just said, pull the steps back today, just chill out, it's a rest day. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, which is kind of unfortunate, because Chloe's actually in the office today, and the days where I don't have check-ins and Chloe are in the office are the days I want to keep myself the busiest. So they're the days I like going out for multiple walks, and I've only just gone out for my morning walk today, and I'm just going to try and chill for the rest of the day. So that's why we're recording the YouTube video, guys. This video will probably feed over into tomorrow, where we have push. So I'm going to take the camera into the gym for that session, and maybe get a little bit of post-workout kind of posing footage, because I think that'll be like a better indication of where my physique is going to be at. And generally on a Saturday, myself and Chloe tend to train a little bit earlier, sometimes after 2 meals. And I think 2 meals in and like 3-4 liters of water is generally a better look for me than like when I'm at like 3:30, 4 p.m. after 3 meals, after more water on a normal kind of training day. I tend to just hold a little bit more water and fluid at that time of the day when I'm training, rather than a little bit earlier. So that is the update, guys. We will take you along over the next 2 days or so, and if anything changes, of course, I will let you know. All right, guys, so Saturday, June 1st, we are in for push. Chloe's in for legs. She's had 3 days off the gym, a little bit of a deload for Chloe, so she's feeling good today. She's actually excited to train. Me, on the other hand, oof, I'm feeling pretty terrible. Even after the reduction in steps yesterday, I still feel absolutely wrecked, and I slept in till what, about 7:10 this morning? Yeah, about 7:10. So I'm sleeping actually quite a lot, which is a good thing the last couple of days, but I feel even worse for it. So I'm not sure what's really going on, but I'll just chalk it down to diet fatigue. But at least we only have push today, and push is probably the least taxing of all my sessions, to be honest. So normally, even when I'm a little bit fucked, like I can go in like and always do a pretty decent push session, and I always feel like relatively grand after, but still have like another 6k steps to do, and that is not ideal. But we'll go in now, we'll train push, probably do a sunbed, probably do a couple of steps afterwards. Might do a bit of posing as well and get you to record a clip of me on the camera. Need to go to Lidl as well. Need to get bog roll, because Chloe used it all.
No, I went to the toilet a while ago, and if you're a girl who watched this, you have to wipe after you go for a wee. And sure, there was no toilet roll in the bathroom.
Just gotta give it a little shake, you know.
Yeah, this is how I get treated.
Like a princess. Right, guys, we're in for push. Let's go.
It is.
Recording?
Yeah.
Right, guys, we are push session here. I'm going to do a little bit of a round of posing for you and show you what I'm looking like about almost 9 weeks into this cup. It's coming together a little bit now. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, the pants is coming off.
The pants is coming off, boys. Business. Does it brighten up again?
Yeah, when you just hit your front shots, you just look white. From the side and from the back, it's not too bad.
Yes, people, how are we? We are back. It is Sunday morning, and usually Sunday morning at 8 a.m. is upload time, but hopefully I'll have this video up by this evening. We're a little bit behind on this week's YouTube video. I was a little bit lazy with the recording yesterday. I think now that my sessions are kind of, you know, getting back good now, but also I'm holding on to, or struggling to hold on to numbers just a little bit. I kind of want to just give my sessions full focus, be fully locked in, have my head in the zone, and not just be recording during my sets and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't really record much footage over the last couple of days, training wise or anything like that. This is probably going to be a little bit of a quicker vlog. Just a physique update as to where we're at the moment. I did drop 0.1 again this morning, so I think I was sitting at 100.7 or something like that. So we're almost 10 kg down in total of this phase. We started at 110.4. So I think by the end of this phase, we should probably dip just below 99 kg, I reckon. So that'll be a pretty good look, but things are finally starting to shape up now. It only took me like losing 10 kg of body fat to actually look decent. As you'll have seen in this video already, fasted check-in in the morning. Midsection is obviously like a lot tighter and a lot sharper, and there's a little bit more lines in the legs and stuff. But post-workout with a pump, you can see like the chest, the shoulders, the arms looking a lot thicker. And I definitely think there's been some good improvements made there, particularly to the arms. You know, like my arms were a very weak body part, and I still feel like they're weak because I've got kind of, I don't really have good like separation between my bicep and my arm, insertion wise, and then I got really long insertions, like they literally insert under my armpit the whole way to my fucking elbow. So it's gonna just take me many years and many inches added to the arms for them to actually get into a position where I'm gonna be pretty happy with them, you know what I mean? But they're coming. I think in pictures and videos, it doesn't do the growth of them justice. That sounds a little bit arrogant, but I feel like in person, like when I pull up and I like hit a front double in the mirror, or even when I'm like doing bicep curls, high cable curls in the gym and stuff like that, I can see that my arm is a lot thicker and I can see my tricep is hanging a little bit more. So finally, guys, the arms are coming up a little bit, and I can see improvements elsewhere to the physique as well. So I'm fucking absolutely buzzing now to just get back into this next push-up, but like be absolutely fucking like more meticulous than I've ever been in my whole entire life. You know, I feel very locked in now. I had a conversation with Kuba the other day as well, and I kind of said that like I'm feeling a lot more patient this time. I think, you know, we can both agree, and like he said it to me that, you know, I kind of just like lost the run of myself a little bit, you know, post-show, in terms of like chasing scale weight a little bit too much, pushing the body weight up a little bit too quickly. And I did cut that off-season push-up short because I ran into digestion and appetite issues because I pushed the body weight up too quickly, you know. So I'm definitely not going to let that happen this time around. We kind of spoke the other day, and I think 112, 113 is kind of where he wants to see me. So I peaked at 111.8 my last push-up, and I honestly thought I had 115 kg in me with the way things were progressing, but my appetite got fucked, and I just had to hold, and I had to pull back, and I had to diet, etc. Now this time around, off the back of this mini cut, we only have 21 weeks to push up. So like even getting from, let's say I'm 99 kg, right? Even getting from 99 kg up to 112, that is going to be 13 kg of a rate again. So that is going to be more than 0.5 of a kg a week, right? 21 weeks, 13 kg, that is still a lot of weight to be pushing up, but that is the goal, right? I want to get back up to the exact same weight I was, or just above it, during my last push-up, but just have an entirely different body composition again. You know, when I did get up to that 111.8, I arguably looked a lot better than 109, 108, 109. I started prep 108.8, and I was soft as fuck. And this time around, even when I finished my cruise and I started this mini cut, I was a lot sharper, right? I was in a lot better of a position. So that's the goal, guys. You know, it's not all about the scale weight. It is ultimately just about how you look at the end of the day. You know, a judge isn't going to fucking ask you what weight you are when you step on stage. So really all that actually matters is how you look. And I think I definitely respond much better, and I think everyone does, with a leaner body composition. But I think for me, like my natural set point of body fat is very like is very low, right? I was always a skinny kid, very, very small. I always kind of struggled to gain weight, I suppose you could say. You know, I'm not one of these guys who feels really good, like with an extra little bit of body fat on them. If anything, that just makes me feel terrible. Like I kind of need to be really lean, and I operate the best when I'm lean. You know, thankfully last night, guys, we got another good night's sleep, and I woke up this morning for the first time in a long time not feeling like I'd been hit by a fucking bus. So maybe that pullback in steps from 2 days ago is a good thing. I felt wrecked going into train push yesterday, but honestly, when I got into the session, it was a really good session. I had loads of energy when I was doing a couple of rounds of posing afterwards, and I got home and I had loads of energy again. And I'm kind of getting to sleep a little bit easier at night as well. And you know, everything is kind of in a good position. So, you know, really looking forward to just wrapping this phase up, guys. Heading back into the off season again. Hopefully make a couple of adjustments to my training, some small tweaks to the meal plan, and I feel like, you know, a couple of training tweaks, couple of food tweaks, nothing major. That'll just freshen things up for me lovely, and I'll just be so locked in, and I'll just be, oh man, just absolutely rinsing as much progress as I can possibly make, you know. So definitely looking forward to it. I'll try and put a little bit more time and effort into YouTube content planning. I've been putting a little bit more effort into like the Instagram side of things and stuff lately, and I fucking absolutely hate it. I actually really like YouTube. I like making YouTube videos. I like documenting what I'm doing. I hate making shitty fucking Instagram content and Instagram reels, but hey, you just gotta do it. It's just part of the job, isn't it? When I wanted to be an online coach, I didn't think I'd be a glorified fucking social media influencer or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it's just not me. It's just really not me. I really fucking don't like it, to be honest, the Instagram side of things. But yeah, guys, we'll put a little bit more effort into the YouTubes moving forward. I'm actually looking forward to, you know, documenting this next push-up and then transitioning into prep off the back of that, because I do think I will be quite lean. I think the prep will be a little bit shorter and snappier this time around, and I think the outcome as well will be hopefully a little bit better too, because that's what we're working towards. So guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit those bell notifications as well so you don't miss out on any updates. And I'll catch you in the next one.